Well, that was insane. Manchester United beat Arsenal at Emirates. The first team to beat Arsenal in the Premier League at Emirates in 267 days since Bournemouth, I think. And this was just like a brilliant match. Arsenal were way more dominant at the starting 15 minutes and leading up to the first goal, the own goal from Leandro Martinez. Arsenal just were so dominant at the start, but then you just see these small counter-attacking plays which Manchester United start to do. Bruno gets this chance and he goes wide of the goal. Then again, Bruno gets this open goal choice, but Saliba just gets a foot onto it and the ball goes wide. And you start to realize that maybe Arsenal aren't that full wall, and it's like all the build up to the match where Arsenal fans were like, we can take control of this match and defend against United since their attack is not that strong. There is a way that Arsenal can go unscathed from this match, but the problem is Arsenal's attackers just can't create any chances unless it's set pieces. They just don't create any chances. The player who might have been their jinx, like their problem to the attack, like their inefficiency in attack, was probably Gabriel Jesus, who, when he returned from injury, watching him against Inter and few other matches, it felt like maybe him returning from injury would just give the spark for Arsenal in the attacking sense, where they can create attack and finish their chances. But in this match, they just couldn't. Gabriel Jesus Jesus was completely ineffective. Odegaard was just mid. Zubimendi had a horrible game after that back pass to where that horrible back pass which just led to Brian Mbeumo tying the score to 1-1. Mbeumo played brilliant, by the way. Bruno was all over the pitch. Casemiro was super strong. And going back to Zubimendi, his mistake led to the goal of Manchester United, and he just fueled Manchester United with confidence, which is something you know you shouldn't probably do since you saw what happened to Manchester City in the previous match against Man United. This fueling of what Arsenal gave to Manchester United just caused Manchester United to go havoc on Arsenal. The, the entire power play of Arsenal, where they were the dominant team, just went off as United just started to create more chances, looked more dangerous as their attackers actually do attacking. Well, Arsenal's players are usually always trying to get corners, throw ins, or some other type of set piece, which I'm not telling they do, but they just seem like they do. And when you look at them, they are always trying to do something with the corners. They never really go for open play attack or anything. They don't create chances. It's mostly left to those attacking players to show some of their individual brilliance to create an attack. Let's be honest, Arsenal's attack, though sounds good, it's actually not that good at all. Saga is a brilliant player, but he has not been effective in Premier League this season at all. Then you look at the left wing with Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli is good, but he's really dependent on when he decides to pull up. Trossard has been the demon who just comes on and scores important goals. But even him in this match just seemed ineffective as hell. Then, in the second half, Dorgu scores the brilliant goal. That goal was just so good. Initially, I thought it was handball, but upon seeing the replay, it was definitely not a handball. It was a handball of Harry Maguire, I think, but you can't really call it a handball. Also, since it was Harry Maguire just falling down to the ground, and he didn't really affect that much into the ball. And if any Arsenal fans gonna complain, yeah, just remember what happened with Liverpool a few seasons ago, where Martin Odegaard handballed the ball. I felt like that was more of a handball and foul than what Maguire did. Then Arteta did the quadruple change, which was just unexpected. I've not seen this in a long time. Odegaard out, Eze in, Marino in, Zubimidi out, Marino in. Jesus out, Gyökeres in, and who else? I don't remember who was the other player who got in. I think it was Ben White for Incapie. Incapie did not have a good game. We'll get to the other point of again the attackers. The attackers just seem like they just don't know what the hell to do. Saka, as much as you can give him praise, he has been boring this season. He doesn't create chances. He creates chances. He gets assists from all those corners. But where is the open play magic? Arsenal have barely any open play utilizations. I think they're in seventh of expected open play chances. They have like 40 xg, but they have 20 xg in open play. The thing is, what I feel with Arsenal is they just don't have that Undertaker mentality. When they're in a title race, when they're losing a match, they don't have the thing where they can just come back from the dead and beat the team. They had it against Newcastle, but you barely see it against some other Big Six teams. They won only two matches against Big Six this season. One against Tottenham, and the other one was against Man United at away at Old Trafford. But even in that match, except for the match against Tottenham, where they dominated Tottenham and won in a deserved manner, when you look at the match against Man United, where they won, United felt more dangerous for the majority of the match. And it is hard for an Arsenal fan to believe in this team when, yeah, they had the big matches wins against Bayern, Inter, and all, but they just do not pull up in their proper manner. They have drew more matches this season against Big Six. They drew against Liverpool at Emirates. They drew against Manchester City, and they drew against Chelsea, a 10-man Chelsea who had a red card at 38 minutes, and they had the rest of the match with Chelsea playing with 10 men, and these guys still couldn't find a way to win. They lost to Liverpool, and now they lost to Manchester United uh, this season. When you look at these matches, you just gotta feel like Arsenal, in all sense, should be way ahead of any of their oppositions, but they're not. They just aren't. They're still 4 points ahead, but by looking at the other teams and how bad they have been, when you take Liverpool, who has been horrible this season, Manchester City just don't know how to play football in few matches and then they cook, but they just seem very unstable. Chelsea was there in the title race and they're just gone. They aren't. I don't even know. I don't even think they're in top four. Aston Villa had a horrible start to the season and then they picked up form. And if you just think about it, if Aston Villa didn't have a horrible start and they had won most of their matches at the start of the season, they probably would be above Arsenal. And and Arsenal, to their credit, have actually beat their boogie team, who was Aston Villa. They lost to them, and then they won against them. They kind of like undid Aston Villa's win by just getting a 3 points they lost. They just gained it back, but even you just feel like Arsenal, though currently are probably still are the favorites to win the league title, they aren't really doing what they're supposed to do. They should have been way ahead of everyone. Just like Liverpool last season, where Liverpool was just so much ahead of every other team. Pretty sure they had like a 12-point lead at one time and 8-point lead at some other time, and probably Liverpool won by 5 points the league. And Arsenal probably should do it, since I feel like comparing last season's Liverpool team and this season's Arsenal team is better than the last season Liverpool team, because that Liverpool team was heavily reliant on Mohamed Salah's brilliance. This Arsenal team has so many players across all the things, but none of them seem like the finished product except for midfield. Don't get me wrong, Odegaard, Eze, Zubimendi, Marino, Declan Rice are probably some of the best midfielders you can ever ask for. Their defensive duo is also just insane. Gabriel is just so good. People hype Saliba up rightfully, but Gabriel is just a better defender. I don't care what other people say. Gabriel is better. But when you look at their attack, Saka, he's good, but he has done nothing this season. He's not even been impressive in UCL or in Prem itself. And Nono Madueke has had a brilliant showing here and there, but he has got 0 goals in 25 matches in Prem. And then there is the twins at the left wing who are both polar players. I liked Rossard, but some matches he's just not there. When he's not good, he's not good. You just feel he doesn't have any effect on the game at all. Or other times he's just good. He's just very good. He just has two sides. He doesn't affect the match at all, or he affects the match in a very good manner. And then you have Martinelli, who is 75% just bozoness, and the other 25% might just be magic. But I don't trust that guy to do anything. Their attack is good. Sorry, no, I meant the strikers are all polarizing. Gabriel Jesus is probably my pick to be the main guy. He's really talented, and if you remember his City days, he can probably pull off some magic trick here and there. Gyökeres has just not really found his feet. I just feel like it. The guy is really good. He has very credentials from even from Sporting. He has good matches, and I know some people are like he's from the Portugal league. He's not good, guys. Let's give that man some time. But Arsenal fans probably need him to wake up, realize where he is, and pull up to the matches because he's being very frustrating. And Havertz is still not returned. I haven't seen Havertz play yet. I don't think he even featured in any of the recent matches. Let's talk about the next five fixtures for all team. Arsenal have a pretty tricky fixture, I would say. They have to face uh, Chelsea in their last match in the start of March, I think, at start of March. Man City don't have a pretty hard fixture, I would say. Oh well, no, no, no. Man City have pretty hard. They have to face Liverpool and their boogie team Tottenham. Liverpool have a rough fixture as well, but Arsenal will have a really good next five fixtures. If they utilize them and Arsenal bottles their next five fixtures, which is against Spurs and Chelsea, because two of their rivals. I don't know how Chelsea will fare against Arsenal. Arsenal have not beaten Chelsea. Sorry, Chelsea has not beaten Arsenal in a long time, and Tottenham just seem to get bullied off every single derby in recent times. We must keep some hope in Arsenal. I still think they're the favorite, but I don't know if they can actually pull it off against the big teams in the big, big, big match, important matches. I don't think they're a favorites for UCL despite their good record, because yeah, they did beat Bayern Munich, but I feel like going into the real stages in the quarters and semis of Champions League, I think Bayern, PSG, Barcelona, Real will be in a way better stage. I think they will be more locked in than ever before because PSG is good. They're a very good team, and once probably all of their players come back to proper fitness, they will go into a better state. Same can be said about Bayern. I think just getting Musiala back would just put them in another level than what they are already. And this is what my opinion on the title race of Premier League was, and the match against Manchester United and Arsenal was. I talked a lot about Arsenal. Manchester United are just brilliant. I don't really think I should speak about it because I'm not the biggest Man United fan, and I just wanted to troll Arsenal, so I made the video.